Welcome, dear Scorpio. I feel your intense energy as I connect with your sign today. The depths of your emotional world are always fascinating to explore through the cards, especially when it comes to matters of the heart. Today, I'm sensing a powerful undercurrent in your love life, something simmering beneath the surface that's about to make itself known. As I prepare to draw your cards, I'm focusing on this burning question. What hidden passion is about to erupt in your love life? There's something magnetic drawing you toward a profound emotional experience. Let's see what the cards reveal about this mysterious energy. I'm shuffling the deck now, allowing your scorpionic energy to guide the cards. I can feel your water sign's intuitive nature connecting with the deck, each shuffle bringing us closer to the truth that waits for you. I'll be using a special 7-card spread designed specifically to uncover hidden passions and emotional transformations. Perfect for a Scorpio's love reading. The cards are selected. Let me lay them out in our spread. Card 1, your current emotional state. Card 2, the hidden passion awakening within you. Card 3, external catalyst triggering this passion. Card 4, obstacle that has kept this passion dormant. Card 5, how this passion will manifest in your relationships. Card 6, advice on how to embrace this transformation. Card 7, potential outcome if you fully surrender to this passion. Now let's turn over the first card. Card 1, your current emotional state, the moon. How revealing, Scorpio. The moon appears as a perfect reflection of your current emotional landscape. This card speaks of mystery, intuition, and the subconscious mind, all elements that resonate deeply with your sign's natural affinity for the hidden realms. You find yourself in a period of emotional uncertainty. On the surface, you may appear composed and controlled, a mask you wear well, dear Scorpio. But beneath this composed exterior, tides of emotion rise and fall. You're experiencing heightened intuition right now, perhaps even prophetic dreams or meaningful synchronicities related to your love life. The moon also suggests you're struggling to distinguish between illusion and reality in matters of the heart. Someone or something has captured your imagination, but you're unsure if what you're feeling is based on genuine connection or projection of your deepest desires. This uncertainty is both thrilling and unsettling for you. Your natural Scorpio depth is amplified under this lunar influence. You're sensing undercurrents in your relationships that others might miss entirely. Trust these intuitive hits. They're providing valuable insight even if they don't yet make logical sense. Let's turn to the second card to see what passion is awakening within you. Card 2, the hidden passion awakening within you, the Devil. Oh, Scorpio, this is quite revealing. The Devil card appears to represent the hidden passion stirring within you. This isn't necessarily negative, rather it speaks to primal, unfiltered desire and the breaking of chains that have held you back. The passion awakening within you is deeply sensual and transformative. There's a craving for an all-consuming connection that transcends the everyday, polite parameters of relationship. This isn't just about physical desire, though that's certainly part of it. What's really awakening is your desire for absolute emotional nakedness with another, the kind of vulnerability that terrifies yet exhilarates you. For many Scorpios, maintaining control is paramount, but this emerging passion demands surrender. It's asking you to embrace parts of yourself you've kept chained, perhaps aspects of your desires or emotional needs you've deemed too intense, too needy, or too powerful to unleash fully. There's also an element of forbidden attraction here. You may be drawn to someone who challenges your normal type or relationship pattern. Alternatively, you might be experiencing renewed passion for someone already in your life, but with an intensity that feels almost dangerous in its power. The Devil card also speaks to obsession, and as a Scorpio, you're no stranger to fixating on what captivates you. Be mindful of the line between passionate focus and unhealthy preoccupation as this energy continues to build. Let's see what's triggering this awakening in the third card. Card 3, external catalyst triggering this passion, Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands rides into your reading as the external catalyst for this passionate awakening. This suggests that a specific person or event characterized by fire, spontaneity, and bold action is stirring your hidden desires. This could manifest as an encounter with someone who embodies these Knight of Wands qualities: passionate, direct, adventurous, and perhaps somewhat unpredictable. This person moves through life with confidence and charisma that you find magnetic, despite, or perhaps because of, how different their approach may be from your more calculated Scorpio nature. For those in relationships, this might not be a new person at all, but rather a shift in your current partner's energy or behavior. Perhaps they've recently taken a bold new direction in life, or expressed themselves in ways that reignite your interest and awaken dormant passions. Alternatively, the catalyst could be an event that carries Knight of Wands energy, an unexpected opportunity for adventure, a sudden change in circumstances that demands quick action, or an experience that reminds you of life's thrilling unpredictability. Whatever form this catalyst takes, it's shaking up your emotional world and challenging your tendency to remain in control. What's particularly interesting is how this fiery air element energy interacts with your water sign nature. Fire and water typically oppose each other, yet they can also create powerful steam when they meet. This catalyst is evaporating some of your emotional defenses, creating space for new passionate experiences. Let's turn to the fourth card to see what obstacle has kept this passion dormant until now. Card 4, obstacle that has kept this passion dormant. 5 of Swords. The 5 of Swords reveals why this passion has remained hidden or unexpressed until now. This card speaks of conflict, tension, and the aftermath of battles, whether internal or with others. It appears that past relationship conflicts or power struggles have created a defensive posture in your approach to love, dear Scorpio. You've likely experienced situations where vulnerability led to hurt, where opening your heart resulted in betrayal or disappointment. As a result, you've developed sophisticated strategies to maintain the upper hand in relationships, perhaps sometimes at the cost of deeper connection. This card suggests there have been victories in your past that felt hollow, perhaps situations where you won an argument or maintained control, but at the expense of intimacy. The 5 of Swords often represents a Pyrrhic victory, and in relationships, this can manifest as emotional distance that protects you but also isolates you from the very connections you deeply desire. For some Scorpios, this obstacle might involve intellectual pride or the need to be right. The 5 of Swords can indicate an attachment to certain beliefs or perspectives about relationships that, while they may have served you in the past, are now limiting your capacity for the passionate surrender that's trying to emerge. There's also an element of distrust reflected in this card, a suspicion of others' motives that may be rooted in past experiences but is no longer serving your highest good. This vigilance, so characteristic of your sign, has been keeping your passions in check, preventing you from fully embracing vulnerability. Let's move to the 5th card to discover how this awakening passion will manifest in your relationships. Card 5, how this passion will manifest in your relationships. 10 of Cups. What a beautiful revelation, Scorpio. The 10 of Cups suggests that once unleashed, this hidden passion will ultimately lead to profound emotional fulfillment and harmony in your relationships. This is one of the most positive cards in the tarot for matters of the heart. The passion that's awakening within you isn't just about intensity for its own sake, though you certainly appreciate depth of feeling. Rather, it's leading you toward a more complete emotional experience, one where you can maintain your scorpionic depth while also embracing joy, openness, and genuine connection. In practical terms, this passion will manifest as a newfound ability to be vulnerable without feeling threatened. You'll find yourself able to express emotions that you've typically kept guarded. The result will be relationships characterized by mutual understanding, emotional transparency, and a sense of coming home to yourself through connection with another. For Scorpios in existing relationships, this transformation will breathe new life into your partnership. Conversations will reach deeper levels, intimacy will take on new dimensions, and you'll experience the rare joy of being fully known and accepted. Your natural intensity, rather than being something you feel you need to modulate, will become a gift you consciously bring to your relationships. For single Scorpios, this awakening passion will change what you're attracted to and how you present yourself in the dating world. You'll be less drawn to relationships based on game playing or power dynamics, and more attracted to genuine emotional resonance. This shift will naturally attract partners who are ready for the depth you offer. The Ten of Cups also suggests that this passionate transformation extends beyond romantic relationships to affect all your close connections. Family relationships, friendships, and even your relationship with yourself will benefit from this emotional awakening. Now let's look at the sixth card for advice on how to best embrace this transformation. Card 6. Advice on how to embrace this transformation. The Hermit. The Hermit appears as your guide through this passionate awakening, Scorpio. While this might seem contradictory, seeking solitude during a time of relationship transformation, this card offers profound wisdom for your journey. The advice here is to take time for inner reflection as these powerful feelings emerge. Before diving headlong into expressing this passion externally, the Hermit encourages you to fully understand it from within. This aligns beautifully with your natural Scorpio tendency toward introspection and depth. Practically speaking, this might mean creating deliberate space for self-reflection. Journaling about your emerging desires, meditating on what true emotional fulfillment means to you, or simply allowing yourself quiet moments to feel without immediately acting, all these practices will help you integrate this awakening more completely. The Hermit also carries a lantern, symbolizing inner wisdom that illuminates the path forward. Trust your intuition during this time, Scorpio. You have an innate ability to discern truth, especially emotional truth, when you quiet external noise and listen to your deeper knowing. Another important aspect of the Hermit's guidance is to be patient with this process. Passionate awakenings, especially for a sign as intense as yours, can create an urge for immediate expression or resolution. The Hermit advises a more measured approach. Allow this transformation to unfold at its own pace, without rushing to define or contain it. For those in relationships, this might mean taking some solo time to process your feelings before bringing them to your partner. For single Scorpios, the Hermit suggests getting clear on what you truly desire before pursuing new connections. Finally, the Hermit reminds you that this passionate awakening, while it may be catalyzed by external factors, is ultimately an inside job. The most profound transformation happens within you first, then manifests in your relationships. Let's turn to our final card to see the potential outcome if you fully surrender to this passion. Card 7. Potential outcome if you fully surrender to this passion. The World. The World card appears as your final outcome, Scorpio, and what a magnificent conclusion to this reading. This major arcana card represents completion, fulfillment, and integration at the highest level. If you embrace the passionate awakening occurring within you, it leads not just to relationship satisfaction, but to a profound sense of wholeness in your life. The World suggests that this transformation in how you approach love and intimacy is actually part of a larger life cycle completing for you. By surrendering to this passion, allowing yourself to be vulnerable, releasing control, and embracing both the light and shadow aspects of your desires, you achieve a kind of emotional graduation. This outcome brings together seemingly opposing forces in your emotional life: vulnerability and strength, passion and peace, intensity and stability. The World is about transcending dualities, and for you, Scorpio, this means no longer feeling that you must choose between protecting yourself and opening your heart. You can do both, moving through relationships with both wisdom and openness. On a practical level, fully embracing this passionate awakening leads to relationships characterized by authenticity, mutual respect, and a deep sense of belonging. Whether with a current partner or someone yet to enter your life, you'll experience connection that honors rather than fears your emotional depth. The World also suggests that this transformation extends beyond romantic relationships to affect your entire approach to life. As you integrate these passionate energies, you'll find yourself moving through the world with greater confidence and presence. Your natural scorpionic gifts of perception, emotional intelligence, and transformative power will be recognized and valued by those around you. There's also an element of celebration in the World card, a cosmic acknowledgement of the inner work you've done. By facing your fears of vulnerability and surrendering to this passion, you complete an important spiritual journey. The reward is a newfound sense of being at home in both your own skin and in the world of relationships. Drawing the threads together, Looking at your spread as a whole, Scorpio, I see a powerful narrative unfolding. You begin in a place of emotional mystery and uncertainty with the moon, reflecting your current state of intuitive sensitivity and subconscious stirrings. The hidden passion awakening within you, represented by the devil, speaks to primal desires and the need to break free from self-imposed limitations in how you experience love and connection. This awakening is being triggered by a Knight of Wands energy, someone or something bringing spontaneity, courage, and direct action into your emotional landscape. What's been holding this passion dormant until now is reflected in the Five of Swords: past conflicts, power struggles, and perhaps some lingering distrust from previous relationship wounds. Despite these obstacles, the cards show this passion manifesting beautifully in your relationships through the Ten of Cups, bringing emotional fulfillment and harmony. The Hermit advises you to embrace this transformation through introspection and patience, honoring the inner journey as much as the external expression. And finally, the World appears as your potential outcome, promising integration, completion, and wholeness if you fully surrender to this passionate awakening. What's particularly striking about your spread is the predominance of major arcana cards: the Moon, the Devil, the Hermit, and the World. This indicates that the passionate transformation you're experiencing is not just a fleeting phase, but part of a significant life chapter with soul-level implications. These energies are helping you evolve, not just as a partner, but as a person. The journey mapped in these cards is quintessentially Scorpionic, moving from mystery to revelation, from control to surrender, from isolation to connection. It honors your sign's natural affinity for transformation, while challenging you to embrace aspects of vulnerability that might normally feel threatening. Practical guidance moving forward. As you navigate this passionate awakening, dear Scorpio, here are some practical suggestions based on your reading. Pay attention to your dreams and intuitive hits about your relationships right now. The Moon card suggests your subconscious is particularly active and revealing. Examine where you might be maintaining control at the expense of intimacy. The Devil card invites you to identify self-imposed limitations in how you express desire and connection. Notice where Knight of Wands energy is appearing in your life. This is your catalyst. It might be a person with these qualities or situations calling for spontaneity and courage. Reflect on past relationship patterns highlighted by the Five of Swords. How have previous conflicts shaped your approach to vulnerability? What defensive strategies might you be ready to release? Visualize what emotional fulfillment looks like for you, as suggested by the Ten of Cups. Beyond passion, what qualities do you most desire in deep connection? Create intentional space for introspection, as advised by the Hermit. Consider journaling, meditation, or solo walks in nature to process these emerging feelings. Trust that by embracing this transformation fully, you move toward the world's promise of integration and wholeness. This isn't just about relationship satisfaction, but about becoming more fully yourself. Remember that as a Scorpio, you have natural gifts for navigating emotional depths. Your capacity for psychological insight, passionate intensity, and transformative power are precisely what's needed for this journey. Trust your instincts while remaining open to new ways of experiencing connection. The Scorpio's path through passion. What makes this reading particularly significant for you as a Scorpio is how it speaks to the fundamental themes of your sign. Ruled by both Mars and Pluto, you naturally embody both passion, Mars, and transformation, Pluto. This current awakening is activating both of these rulerships in your emotional life. Your element, water, relates to emotion, intuition, and the subconscious, all highlighted by the Moon card at the beginning of your reading. Water can take different forms. It can be ice, rigid, structured, protective; liquid, flowing, adaptive, connecting; or steam, transformative, explosive, transcendent. This reading suggests you're moving from a more protective ice state toward the transformative potential of steam in your emotional expression. The fixed quality of your sign gives you determination and loyalty, but can sometimes manifest as resistance to change or emotional stubbornness. The cards are inviting you to maintain your depth and intensity while becoming more fluid in how you express vulnerability. Scorpio's traditional association with the eighth house of intimacy, shared resources, and transformation is powerfully reflected in this reading. The passionate awakening you're experiencing isn't just about romantic excitement, but about transforming how you share yourself, emotionally, psychologically, and spiritually, with others. Timing considerations. While tarot doesn't always provide specific timing, there are some indications in your spread worth noting. The presence of the moon suggests this transformation is connected to lunar cycles. Pay particular attention to your emotional state and relationship developments during the full and new moons over the next 3 months. The Knight of Wands as catalyst suggests relatively quick movement once this passion is fully awakened. This isn't a slow-burning change, but rather one that gains momentum rapidly once certain thresholds are crossed. The World card as outcome indicates completion of a cycle, suggesting this passionate transformation has been in preparation for some time, perhaps even years, and is now ready to fully manifest. The next 6 months appear particularly significant for seeing the fruits of this emotional evolution. Final reflections. Scorpio, this reading reveals a profound, passionate awakening that has been brewing beneath the surface of your conscious awareness. What begins as mysterious stirrings leads through a process of breaking chains, facing past wounds, and embracing vulnerability to ultimately arrive at a place of emotional fulfillment and wholeness. Your willingness to surrender control, perhaps the greatest challenge for any Scorpio, becomes the very key that unlocks your deepest desires for connection. By allowing yourself to be seen in your full emotional complexity, you create space for relationships characterized by both passion and harmony. The cards acknowledge your need for introspection and internal processing as part of this journey. This isn't about bypassing your natural depth for superficial connection, but rather about bringing your full depth into relationships in ways that create intimacy rather than isolation. The potential outcome reflected in the World card promises that this transformation completes an important life cycle for you. By integrating these passionate energies, you don't just change how you experience relationships, you change how you experience yourself and your place in the world. Trust the process unfolding within you, dear Scorpio. The passion awakening now has the potential to lead you to precisely the kind of deep, authentic connection your sign has always sought. By embracing both vulnerability and your natural intensity, you create space for love that honors rather than fears the depths of your emotional nature. I see tremendous potential for fulfillment as you navigate this passionate transformation. The cards reveal not just a fleeting romance or temporary emotional state, but a fundamental evolution in how you approach intimacy, one that promises to bring your relationships into alignment with your soul's deepest desires. Remember that as a Scorpio, you are uniquely equipped for this journey through emotional depths. Your natural resilience, psychological insight, and capacity for transformation are powerful allies as you embrace this awakening passion. Trust yourself, dear Scorpio, and allow this unfolding to reveal new dimensions of connection you've long desired, but perhaps feared were impossible to achieve. The hidden passion erupting in your love life isn't just about desire, it's about discovering that vulnerability, when expressed authentically, becomes your greatest strength.